Okay, go ahead.
We're back. Let's talk about real stuff now.
Okay.
The
It's all
blue
real stuff.
wall has held strong and is now on the offensive.
Look out now. The sideline. Forget about it. This baby's over.
Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Another block. Touchdown. No flag.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa. Can they catch him? No. Donovan Edwards again. Go down.
All righty. Welcome back. Another episode. I can't believe we're already 9 weeks into the season, or now we're on week 10.
Week 10, yeah.
It's banana land. It's freezing down here in Texas.
I want everyone to see this right now. See, Bryce is from Michigan, okay? Look at him right now. You see what that Southern was doing. I'm still in a t-shirt, man. I'm in a baseball shirt right now. It feels great here.
Well, we got a lot to jump into, so let's just dive right in. So, fun weekend of football. The Bucks got a nice road win at night, playing a first-year head coach, backup quarterback, and the best player on offense was out of the game, but you guys still won the game. So good one for you guys.
Segue? No. Well, okay.
Go ahead.
All right. First off, you were so disrespectful. That was a good road win. It's a good the rest of the nation won't care about Ohio State, Wisconsin. I've seen some really fun Ohio State, Wisconsin games in my lifetime. So it is kind of fun to watch. It's kind of cool to see those two teams play each other for me, especially at night, because in the Big Ten doesn't really happen that much. So, yeah, man, look, Braylon Allen got injured. They were already down their backup running back, who was pretty good. Braylon had, I think, 10 rushes, 50 yards. It wasn't like that, Bryce. That offense was never going to be effective in that game against us. I think you would agree with that. Going into the game last week on Thursday, I said that they don't even have the weapons on the outside for it. And if you're gonna challenge Ohio State, you need to have those type of guys on the outside. They don't have them. They were they're playing behind the 8 ball, man. And for Ohio State, listen, Kyle, he I need him to get this together. And the thing is that I've seen him have some really good highs. Stop smiling about this.
I can't help it.
He's had the highest of highs, but his highs are really good. Like when he's on point, when he's throwing the ball, when he has confidence in his throws, it's really good. He had a throw this past game, man. Man, who was it to? It was a Marv, but the pass was like you could see he had a lot of confidence behind it. He just rocketed it in. It's kind of the same way he did in that last drive against Notre Dame and plays he did against Penn State. Like there's times within the game where he shows that really good arm. And then there's these wow moments where he just makes absurd decision. He had 2 interceptions this game, had another fumble in the game from a sack. It was a lot of times, Bryce, is because he's not having a lot of good pocket awareness. Fryer on the right side was getting cooked all game. So that happened. But he's just gotta play better, man. 17 for 26, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. Somehow PFF still gave him a higher grade than TreVeyon Henderson, which I can't explain.
Oh, dude, there's a simple explanation for that.
Why?
And it's Maserati Marv.
Well, no, but how can you have 2 interceptions and a fumble and play better than Bryce? TreVeyon Henderson had 24 carries, 162 yards, 44 receptions for 45 yards, and a touchdown. He dropped another touchdown. That was another beautiful ball by
I should have had that ball. That was Donovan Edwards would have caught that ball. But that's neither here nor there.
Donovan Edwards needs to focus on running the ball. That's what he needs to do. No,
Kyle McCord is the Cade McNamara
no, he's not.
without
Bryce.
an NFL room or with an NFL wide receiver room.
No, he's not. Bryce. He has more arm talent than Cade McNamara.
Maybe a little bit, because I'll
it's
give
not
it to you.
even.
He's thrown some nice balls. Like I think back to the Maryland game, he threw a fade on the right hash or the right sideline to Marv, dropped it in, and it wasn't one of those where Marv bailed him out. Like he can do it, but how do you think he is with his going through his reads and going through his progressions? Because it feels like if 18 isn't open or number 2 isn't open or 8 isn't open, looks frazzled.
Yeah, and let's be fair here. I mean, this is 2 weeks where he has no 2.5, basically 3 weeks. He hasn't had Mecca. So I mean, Case Stover didn't even catch a ball this game.
Yeah, they were highlighting
so
that.
I mean, Bryce. I mean, Marv 6 receptions. I'm very confident, Bryce, that if Kyle could just make a few adjustments, I think we can win any game with that defense and Trey, Marvin, and Mecca. I think the offensive line can play how it plays right now. And I think we can win it all. I think because I'm also looking at it from another like glass. We play that. We could have had 3 more touchdowns in that game. We should have had 3 more touchdowns in that game. And it looks like we just destroyed them. Same thing with Penn State. We are not playing complete games, but we're still beating you by double digits.
That defense is lights out.
Like I mean, they didn't even get 100 rushing yards on us.
No, so, no. But they put up what 259. I just had the stats up. Wisconsin. Yeah, 259. I was surprised how they were able to move the ball in the second half. I think Jim Knowles is a really good defensive coordinator, but he's been really good at the second half adjustments.
I'm really happy to hear you say that because everything else I've ever heard you say about him before this season was just horrible.
Before this season, I thought he was just.
You guys said, it took him 4 years at Oklahoma State.
I was calling him the Down Brown 2.0.
Yeah, he ain't that.
He's
much better.
Garrison, I have to give flowers, and I will give flowers and flowers due. The defense is stout, and we'll talk about this in the show, our rankings. But you guys have had some good wins, and it's all the defense. Like the inconsistencies on offense. Good thing Trey's back. I don't know how good Wisconsin's D line is. I know they're undersized.
No, they're oversized. They're oversized.
Blackledge on the broadcast said they're undersized.
Bryce, don't listen. Do never listen. When you listen to
I like
NBC,
I like Blackledge. I think those guys are good.
I think they're good guys. I mean, Blackledge is someone with the hope. I mean, they're good guys. Well, I like them. I think they're horrible on the broadcast.
Oh my gosh! All right.
I would rather listen to you commentate the Ohio State game.
I know you wouldn't. The second half or the first half of that game as a Michigan fan on a bye week is so fun because, you guys were getting the business and it was beautiful.
But
I'm not talking about from Michigan fans. I'm talking about from everybody.
For what?
Just the turnovers,
the performance. Yeah, and we still beat you by double digits. Yeah, and you guys you're fortunate at the end of the first half that he took the knee instead of scoring the touchdown. Oh my God,
yeah, that was bad. But yeah, J Book 37. I don't really know this guy. I just like him.
I don't know. He's one of the best follows on Twitter.
He is
one of the best follows.
He had a tweet. He said, McCord is not progressing. Going into November, it's time to start putting it together. He's making week one mistakes and throws. Thought that was interesting.
Repeat that one more time for me.
McCord is not progressing. Going into November, it's time to start putting it together. He's making week one mistakes and throws.
Yeah. I was Cleveland Mike on Twitter told me today, we were in space. He told me Ryan Day. I forgot. He didn't tell me what interview it was. I gotta go find it. It was a post game interview, and he said that Kyle has been on the same progression rate as the other 3 guys. Now, Bryce, I'm a huge Kyle. I'm a Kyle. Like I love Devin Brown, but I love Kyle. but you got to support Kyle. He is nowhere near Justin Fields, CJ Stroud, or Dwayne Haskins in their first year starting.
That's what he was saying.
He said he's on the same progress. He said he's on the same, and I think he said that to give a boost of confidence. But Bryce, I have to be equal across the board. If I'm gonna sit here and call your coaches for saying egregious BS, I'm gonna call out mine. He don't believe that.
No,
you don't believe that.
I get it, man. Ride with your guys, but come on.
No. You supported Jim for saying what he said about. So I of course you're gonna support.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that. Support you guys.
Do you know how many touchdowns Dwayne Haskins threw his first year starting? It's the Big Ten record, Bryce.
That would have been, was that 2019?
2018. He threw 50 touchdowns that year. At what point? At what point do you believe he's anywhere near that?
I don't.
Talk to
Cleveland boy.
I'm gonna be no. He didn't say it. He's saying Ryan Day said this.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh gosh. All right. Oh,
yeah. I see.
Right. I thought this was some schmuck.
No. Cleveland Mike is no schmuck. He is. That's one thing he's not. She's not a schmuck.
Hey,
but Ryan Day, that was some schmuck. Oh, family show. That was a crazy thing to say. Are you
worried about the red zone offense?
Without Devin? Yeah. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about third downs. Kyle. That's all. That's it. That's it. And I think all that derives from Kyle. But I do think that was Kyle's worst game of the year. But we also saw TreVeyon come back into form. By the way, when healthy, top 3 back in the nation. Easy.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks good.
Easy.
I don't know where your other backs are, but he looks stout.
Bro, it's not even about them, bro. He is just so good. His offensive line, it's kind of like K9. That Michigan State offensive line was not good. They zone blocked and let him be the best player on the field. That's what we can do that with TreVeyon.
Yeah.
Once Mecca comes back, that helps. So yeah, man.
Rolling. Hey, you guys got to put it together.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
And you got Rutgers this week, which we'll talk about it. Some thoughts.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else from the win in what city's what city is Wisconsin in?
I knew it was Madison, bro. I said the word Madison earlier.
All right.
No, Camp Randall Stadium,
Hey, by the way, Penn State. We talked about it a little bit over text, but
yeah.
Oof. Yeah. You and I are opposite. I think that was a horrible showing. I don't think you can have that's unacceptable.
That wasn't good, but they did something. They threw it downfield. They threw it downfield.
Yeah.
But Bryce, I don't think that I don't think that defense is gonna play like that ever again this year.
Are you talking about Indiana's defense or Penn State?
No, Penn State's.
Yeah, they gave up some big plays. Are you going to go back and watch?
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Indiana's bad. Plus, Indiana had a chance to go up. Instead, they settled for a field goal. It's cowardly coaching by Tom Allen. Whatever. All right.
Take that blame. Okay, go ahead.
We're back. Let's talk about real stuff now.
Okay.
The blue wall has held wrong and is now on the offensive.
So real quick. So we are aware now the blue wall does exist and that you cannot say that it is not anymore.
Okay.
No. Yes.
No, I'm going to answer the question.
Okay.
I'm trying to give context because people have not been privy to our conversations before. Before, Garrison has always said the blue walls existed, to which point I neither agreed nor denied. I just said there's a wall everywhere at every big school. There's want to call it the Scarlet Wall, want to call it the Crimson Wall, want to call it the Burnt Orange Wall. Every school's got a wall.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
But Michigan's blue wall is in full effect. What is Michigan still cooked?
Yeah, I'll lower my quickness.
Oh,
No, Bryce. When we first talked about this, did I not say I think there's a minimum and a max of what they'll get, of what they possibly could get? Because I did say this could be overblown, but I think you guys are still gonna get a penalty. So did I not say that? Can we confirm that? I did.
That was not a narrative you were consistently pushing.
No,
but I suppose that's true.
no, Bryce.
You did say that.
No. It is not why I pushed, but I did say it.
Those of you who want context, there everybody knows the bylaws 11 point. What is it now?
11.6, 11.1
or 6.1?
11.6.1. Yes.
6.6.1. And then
Stop
it
saying
goes
it.
into like I think it's 11.1.1, which is the coaching duties and control of the program and all that stuff. So everyone seems to be very familiar to it. Michigan, you can make an argument right now, has found some legal loopholes to make this pretty minimum. Because I agree with you. I think there is a punishment coming. But even to that, man, I think you can fight that punishment because there is just the gray area here. I know you're going to punch me in the face, but you can't because we're on digital platform. But if we were in person, I'd slap me. But
I would.
There is gray area that we are finding ourselves dancing in.
Who cares?
Who cares? What do you mean, who cares? These are bylaws.
That gray area, listen, that gray area, though, Bryce, like I told you before, they don't have to fully find you guilty to punish you. They don't.
But on the flip side of that,
I bet you if you guys want to take them to court, Bryce, there's so much evidence, but that can't be proven that they'd probably just say, listen, you guys did. Honestly. In the depths of your heart, you guys did this.
Oh, good thing that doesn't work in court. Nice try. With NCAA rules, if it's not clearly defined as breaking the rule, you're not breaking the rule. That's the reality of the situation. And that's where we find ourselves, is that sending scouts that aren't on staff to record future opponents' games and signs is not technically against the rule.
This says it's illegal to send them. If you guys are funding it, yes, it's illegal.
But it's defined. So this is where Michigan, I believe, could get in trouble, is defining what a scout is. So if Connor sent some randos, I think the latest report was a D3 coach or D3 player. If he sent that guy who's not on staff, and I'm not talking about just a contractor who's paid, but not on staff, it is a gray area whether or not that's against the rules. It could be. The NCAA could interpret that as such, but they also could say it's not clearly defined.
It's not. But I think that if you were to ask them, so if you're not a scout, what were you doing at the game? Bryce, do you know what they were doing? Scouting. So, I mean, like you said, it's gray area. It depends on how it gets interpreted or how it's interpreted. Regardless of the fact, like I told you, you guys don't need to be fully guilty to get punished. And if anything, Bryce is going to, like I told you, the least of what can happen is Harbaugh is getting hit with lack of institutional control or a program or lack of control of his program. So, I mean,
I don't think that's happening. I think what's probably going to come of this, and I could be wrong, right? So stuff will come out tomorrow. But I think really what's going to come out of this is some fines, maybe some scholarships. But honestly, even so, I think there's a lot you can combat because there's just nothing's defined. And this is all unprecedented territory. And that, again, that can work in Michigan's favor or that can hurt. There's been nothing to stand on, nothing to base anything off of. So I don't know, man. We're back. And I think with that too, I don't think the Big Ten's going to do anything.
Not right now.
Because you've got two teams who could win a national championship.
Maybe. I'm lying. Penn State can't.
Third.
Penn State can't win it, Daddy?
No.
What if they beat you? What if they beat you guys, Bryce? What do you say?
No. They still have Rutgers. I think they still have Rutgers, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Rutgers and they got Maryland and I think it's Michigan State. but I don't know. I don't even think they'll go 10-2. I think they'll go 9-3. So, anyways, I don't think the Big Ten is going to risk that.
We'll revisit that. We'll continue.
The Big Ten has the opportunity to get 2 teams in the playoff. They have to finally win a natty. Michigan's looked like one of the top teams. We can argue about where they're going to be in. We will hear eventually where they'll be. But I don't think Big Ten's going to do anything. Now, tomorrow, or when this is going to come out on Tuesday, if you're watching this in the morning before the CFP rankings are out, you're going to be wondering where they're going to put us. Well, you and I had a good conversation last week where I said if we're not 1 or 2, I'd be concerned. But you're like, well, no, you could be 4, 5, or 6.
Based off of your resume.
Based off the resume, which at first I was kind of like, no. But then you're right. You're right. The concern will be if we're not ranked at all and we're just excluded from this. Get the little.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
I know. Well, hopefully not. I'm just saying, like that was.
That's not gonna happen, man. Come on. Listen, right. I look, everyone. You see, like how back and forth this is with Bryce right now. He's like, oh, I think we found some gray, or we can dance it. But then if you talk about this, if he actually thinks about the actual possibility that his program could be over this, and it can just everything can go to waste. Oh no, he's afraid of that. He is. I
want journalist integrity. That's what we are.
So everyone. Bryce. So is everyone but the Michigan beat the enemy? Is everyone wrong? I have no integrity, but everyone over there does. Everyone in Ann Arbor does.
I don't know what do you mean?
Are you saying you're telling me that the only guys that have integrity are the Michigan beat writers and the people that are like, oh, come on.
I didn't say that.
You're implying that.
I'm not implying that. I'm just simply saying.
I think you are.
I'm saying that I want to be honest because we record this. So if you got to cover your bases here, where if something does happen, but I think no, we're good. We're fine. We're in the clear.
For sure.
Let's get ready to make the shirts, hang the banners, baby. Let's go.
You sure? You sure you need them? Yeah.
I will buy it. I'll make one. You know how I can make shirts.
Yeah.
Hey, why is Maurice Keket the voice of reason? What happened? What dimension are we in? What part of the matrix are we in right now? That Maurice Keket.
Listen. I'll listen.
I love that guy now. He's my favorite Buckeye.
I'm not gonna let you get up here and try to make me talk, be mean to. Nah, that's not happening to Maurice.
Don't be mean. But he's speaking truth.
It's not. It's his truth. It's his truth. It's his truth.
Uh-oh. It's bad when Buckeyes are turning on each other.
See what you're doing? I told you, you're the one instigator, bro. I swear. And sometimes when you speak because he's had his battles with the NCAA. Sometimes if it's your truth, you can keep your truth to yourself.
Take that as a lesson, all you listening.
But I don't think he was wrong. I just think that's his truth. But sometimes you can.
I think he's been speaking nothing but wisdom over the past 40 hours.
He's a very wise man.
Bright man. I would say young man, but he's a bit older now, isn't he? It's been a minute since he played. And the last thing I'll say about all this, because we got two things I'll say.
Yeah.
One is what are the balloons? Did you see that? Oh, I don't know. That was weird. Zoom just sent up balloons.
I just saw that.
Okay. I didn't do that.
Are we gonna keep it?
Heck yeah, we'll keep it.
Okay, cool. Right.
I obviously don't have a ton of respect for Ryan Day, but to see him do all of this, to see him potentially send an investigation firm, to see him
we're not doing
chase down. To see him go reach out to the college football playoff committee and kind of tattle and be like, hey, are we allowed to scout? Oh, we are? Oh, in that case, then I guess I'll go scout. But if we weren't allowed to, I was going to go tattle on you. I respect that, man. He's got his butt kicked the last 2 years, and now he's just trying to figure out what to do. So for the first time, I got a little bit of respect for Vanilla Bread. So bravo to your HC.
All right, Bryce. I'm sorry, are you done?
I'm done, yeah. Floor's yours.
I don't care if Ryan Day had anything to do with this. I don't care. I hope he did.
That's what I'm saying. I think
I
he
hope he
should. Good
did.
for him.
I had put out a poll. I think it was probably a few days ago. And I said it was only between Buckeye fans, so you probably couldn't see or vote on it. But I said even if Ryan Day did do this, like, would you care about him snitching on Michigan? Like 90% of people said no. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good for him.
Hey, like if you know they're cheating, and I'll say this for any program, if you know they're cheating, call them out. Call them out. So
yeah, totally. I touch on quickly too. The Harbs contract thing is so ridiculous. That's now you can understand why Michigan fans are skeptical of national media. That was so blown out of proportion.
no,
The Wall Street Journal.
I think it was Trevor that tweeted it out, and I said, and that's why I think I messaged you. I texted you. And I said, why are they just now doing this a week later then? Because he clearly showed that over there. And by the way, even though I come off as a douche sometimes to them and talking about them, I think they do great work. I really do.
Amazing Blue Review, shout them out.
Amazing Blue Review. It's a really good Michigan show. They know what they're talking about more times than not when it comes to like just what's going on the program. They know.
Yep. Them, Sam Webb, the best. Yep.
You can keep Sam Webb's name out of that. But
it's all right.
No, sorry, you threw me off.
Hey,
but regardless of the fact, I understand why you guys feel that way. Why you feel skeptical of the national media.
Yeah, they got that wrong, and then they got the whole FBI thing last week wrong about meeting with coaches. They never met with coaches,
and they got wrong about the Regents meeting, but that was Sam Webb that put that out. Sam Webb put that out, but the Michigan Board of Regents meeting.
I'll have to go back and look at that. I missed those details.
I'll show you. But
I know they had the meeting. There's a rumor about the meeting. But
a bunch of Ohio State fans went and put that out there. We got it from Sam. He said that.
Oh my gosh. And your Buckeye fans too. The whole Twitter. Harbaugh deleted all of his tweets.
Bryce, I stayed away from that one.
You guys.
Bryce, I saw it. And I was like, I don't know. I said, I feel like that guy doesn't tweet at all.
No. So again, dude, I respect the heck out of the rival fans, man. This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But, eat the L when you get the chance. Hey, speaking of.
Why does he have 1.3 million followers, but he doesn't tweet?
I don't know.
You follow him, don't you?
Of course. Hey, is Urban going to Michigan State?
Dude, there's a lot of smoke. I think
there's a lot of smoke.
I think there's smoke.
Here's the problem, though, Garrison. And we've talked about this on the show. He doesn't say the word Michigan. What's he going to do?
I think when you say Michigan State, I
think as long as he just says it?
Yeah, Michigan State. Spartan football.
I think he's a clown on TV, but I almost respect his persistence and diligence to stick to that.
And I think Desmond Howard.
Don't change the subject. We're not talking about that.
I think he should be hit with a 5% big Phoenix energy.
I don't know what that means.
He said big. You never saw that?
I saw that. I saw that.
Come on, what do you think about that? Well,
I love Des. I think he's very creative, clever, savvy on TV.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for that. I don't think that's good news for either of our schools if he comes.
No.
So.
Because he didn't listen. When it comes to a lot of things in life, Urban don't care about how it's done or the ethics and how it's done. He's a Big Ten guy, but he's an SEC coach. SEC coach are willing to do anything to get that rank. Yep. They will. And he will. If he can do it at Michigan State with that money, he can. I hope not. I'd be so pissed.
All right, who do you have for your? I think you said in our prep sheet top 6. I went up to 10, but I can give you 6 too. Who you got going in tomorrow? Reel them off.
All right. So I believe and this is what I believe it will be. Like lately, over the past few weeks, I've been giving my just power rankings, which are very fluid. This is what I think is going to be, or maybe should. I think it should be. I think the one team in the nation right now is Georgia. I think they've been playing really good football, dominant football as of late, without their best player on offense. I also do believe that Georgia, in the way they recruit, should be able to do that. So, and then the defense is on its way back. It was, it didn't look the same. It's there still. Not as good, but it's still there. It's really good defense. At number 2, I have Florida State.
Ooh.
Now, there are games where I don't think Florida State they don't shock me, but hey, can I say the same thing about Ohio State? Now, granted, the difference is that Ohio State's defense is much superior to theirs. Their offense, optically it is, stat wise, it's not. So, but I think they had some really good wins. But LSU is their best win, and I think LSU is a really good team. Yep. I know I'm blanking.
They went on the road to Clemson, which I know Clemson's
to Clemson, down, yes. But I give them credit for that.
Yeah.
And like I said, their offenses look better than ours, so I'm gonna give them that. And they look good. They look good this Saturday. Number 3, give me Ohio State. Resume. It's the resume.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they beat Notre Dame at home at their place. Then they beat Penn State, who's going to be a top 10 team by the end of the year if they go 10-2. Number 4, I have Michigan.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, or the Wolverines.
Not too late. You said it.
I repent. So I think that at the end, I know it's a good team. I just don't know how good. And I want to see.
Fair.
I
respect that.
But I respect them enough to make sure that I think they're one of the 4 best teams in the nation to this day. Number 5, I have Washington. No, I'm sorry. Number 5, I have
Oregon.
I have Oregon. I have it right here, bro. I tweeted it out earlier. Number 4, I had Michigan. Number 5, I had Oregon. Number 5, I have Oregon. I think
Washington beat them.
I think they're better than Washington. Don't care. I think Bo Nix outplayed Penix in the stop. You're a child. You're a child, dude.
You know what you were doing there. Don't even.
I think he played better in that game. They were on the road at night, lost by 3 points, and over the last few weeks, Washington had they don't look good. They're not. It's not the same. And Oregon weighing waste to teams.
You don't go.
What they did to Utah is I think it's the most dominant performance of the season.
I heard Colin Cowherd say, I think it was Colin Cowherd say that you don't go into Utah and do that to Utah. You just don't do that.
No,
that's Bryce Eccles.
That's not easy, Bryce.
Nope.
That was not easy to do. And I understand that, like, the quarterback situation. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care who was playing quarterback that day for them.
Yeah.
I don't care who was.
Yep.
So
I know. I'm with you. So
and then number 6.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Washington, right? You said that. Yeah. So then you can kind of argue with the 7, 8, 9, Texas, Bama, Alabama, Penn State, OU, all the 1-loss teams.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good list. Mine's a little different. I got
Thank you. Let me hear
Florida State number 1 for the reasons you listed. I think they have the best resumes. I think the win against LSU, which is week 1, and that's like an eternity away, but you got to give them credit for winning that game. That game was in Orlando. It was a neutral site, but I think it was in Florida. So I think that was a big win. Then Clemson was a big win. Guess what I have at number 2? I almost had him at number 1, but I couldn't do it. I think you have a great road win against Notre Dame, against a really solid
top 15. Still a top 15 team.
Yeah, we'll see where they end up. They could definitely. I think they could win out, and they could beat Louisville. It's a good team. And then I have to have Penn State be good so that when we play them and if we beat them, it looks good. Yeah. So I need to cheer for that. So I can't say Penn State's not good because a lot of Michigan fans are saying that. I think that's
insane, dude.
I think you're not understanding what you're saying. We need them to be good.
Yeah, and it's not even that, man. I think sometimes the other team is just better than them. Ohio State's defense, like I said it all week, that offense wasn't gonna do a nan thing to us. Nothing. And I was right.
Yeah. And they did not. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Georgia is Georgia. I think people are not scared enough about them. I think they're
So we're on the same page.
yeah.
I think they look good.
Yep.
I think they look good.
I got Michigan at 4, like you. And then same as you, man. I have Oregon at 5 because you say they lost to Washington. But remember in 2021, Michigan won at East Lansing, lost, and then the rankings that next Tuesday, Michigan was higher. I think Michigan was at 6.
Yep.
State was at 7. And so, the committee has the eye test, and you can see that, again, you don't go into Salt Lake, you don't go into Rice Eccles and just beat up on Utah that way. You don't do that. Utah's a Big Ten team. You don't out-tough Utah. And
no, that it
bullied
is.
them.
It is. And if you ask me, I would say Oregon and Utah are the 2 unbelievable teams in that conference. But doggone it, I didn't know they were going to do that to them.
No.
Like, that's
nope. I took Utah +6. I thought that was a lock.
It was crazy. There were people that are saying like I was crazy for saying I think Oregon can win a national championship.
Yeah. Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I
That's
think
a crazy thing.
I think that Oregon can play with Georgia.
Yeah. I think, dude, I think Florida, I know I have them at number 1, but that's based off of resume, and I think their offense is solid. I don't know about that defense, but I think the top 5 teams could all win it this year, which is sick. Well, you guys got to figure out your offense, but assuming that happens, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Bryce. Like I said, dude, if our 3 weapons play that way, and Kyle just gets a tad better, I don't think this Ohio State defense, whether their season were to end in a bowl season or the college football playoff, you're not going to see a soul get to 30 on this team, or let alone 20, maybe not even 25. You're not going to see a soul.
Yeah, we'll see.
I trust that defense full-heartedly.
Yeah, it'll be fun. A lot of football left, but it'll be awesome. 2 things as we close.
Mm-hmm.
1, shout out Bob Evans, not the restaurant guy, friend of the family, probably our eldest listener, loves the show, so I have to shout him out.
Oh, hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yep, Bob Evans. And and then also too, thanks for all the love the last 2 episodes. I mean, by far and away our most viewed episodes, and whether we tricked the YouTube algorithm into something, I don't know, but I appreciate everyone watching, subscribing. Please subscribe. I guess that's what YouTubers have to say. Follow along.
I mean, like I told you, man, Jim is the gift that keeps on giving. So,
kind of not lying. Love you, Coach.
Oh, right. Man.